Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna make steamed chicken in red sauce with vegetables on foil packs, and we're gonna steam cook it. So this is the ingredients we're gonna need. We're gonna use 5 pounds of thighs with no bone inside, so they're boneless. And then we're gonna use 5 pounds of chicken drumsticks, and we're gonna clean them and wash them, rinse them, and clean out any fat from them, from the thighs. And then we're gonna get them ready. And then we're gonna use 1 bunch of cilantro. So we're gonna cut the bottom of the cilantro, and we're gonna wash it and get it ready for our packs of chicken with foil that we're gonna cook. And we're gonna use 2 packs of cactus. So this is cactus. In Spanish we call it nopal. So we're gonna put cactus on with our vegetables. So first, our cactus, we're just gonna boil it with a pinch of half of a teaspoon of salt, and boil it. And once they boil, we're gonna rinse off the water, and we're gonna put that in our foil packets with our chicken and our red sauce. We're gonna cut 3 potatoes. We're gonna wash them, peel them, and cut them into little squares, and that's gonna go on our chicken foil packets that we're gonna make. We're gonna cut our half of an onion. We're gonna cut it into little slices, because that's gonna go into the little foil packets. And then we're gonna make a red sauce for the chili. So the red sauce, we're gonna use 8 of the chili pots, and this is the brand that I use. It's called California Chili Pots, and that's the brand that I use. So we're gonna use 8 of them. So we're gonna take the stem from the top, we're gonna clean them from the inside, take away all the seeds, and then we're gonna put them in the blender with half of a teaspoon of cumin, grind cumin, half of a teaspoon of whole black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of sea salt. And we're gonna use 2 leaves of bay leaves, and then we're gonna use 2 garlic cloves and a little piece, like 1/4 teaspoon, not a teaspoon, 1/4 piece of an onion for flavor. And that's what we're gonna use to make our red sauce for our chicken. And we're gonna put for the red sauce, we're gonna use 5 cups of water to make the chili for this. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna wash the chicken, and then I forgot to tell you that we're gonna use foil paper. So for the foil paper, we're gonna cut about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 15 pieces of foil, because we're gonna wrap our chicken in foil paper. So about 14 pieces. We're gonna cut about this much foil. It's gonna be about, I'm gonna measure it. Let's see how. So it's gonna be about 16 inches of foil paper. We're gonna cut 15 pieces to make 15 packets of chicken with vegetables inside the foil with the red sauce, and then we're gonna put them in the steamer. So here I have the steamer. So here's our chicken. So we're gonna clean it. So we're just gonna cut off any fat from it. So any of this fat that I don't want to have on my chicken, I'm just gonna cut it off, and then I'm gonna put them, and then we're gonna rinse it. So we're just gonna cut any fat from it that we don't want. And that's it, and it's ready. And then we're gonna rinse it, and that's what we're gonna do to all the chicken. We're gonna clean it out. So here we go. We already finished washing our chicken. Now we wash our potatoes, and now we're gonna peel them and cut them into little squares to put them individually on our foil packs. Because we're gonna make foil packs of chicken and red sauce with our vegetables. And we're gonna steam them, and they're gonna be so good. They're gonna be delicious. So see, we're just peeling them, and we're gonna cut them into little squares to add little squares of a potato in half, and then half of the half, and then I cut it into pieces. The chili for our chicken. So we're gonna take the top of the chili off, and we're gonna take off all the seeds and any of part of the stem that's still in there. And then I'm gonna cut them on the side, make sure nothing stays in there. And then I'm gonna put them in hot water for 3 minutes so they could just loosen up the skin. And then we're gonna put them in the blender. This dish is not a spicy dish. We could always make a a salsa, a hot salsa on the side and put it once it's cooked on your dish. But normally it's not a hot, spicy dish. It's a very flavorful dish. So here we peeled all our 8 chili pots, and now I'm gonna put them in hot water. So here we have our chili pots. We put them in hot water. Now we're gonna throw away the water. And now we're gonna make our sauce. So we already have everything ready. We have the potatoes, the onions, the cilantro, and we have the cactus, and the chicken's already washed and rinsed. And we already cleaned it up, make sure that there's no fat on it or anything, any kind of skin that we don't want in there. So now we're putting our 8 chili pots in the blender, and we're gonna add our 2.5 cups of water. So now we're adding 2 teaspoons of sea salt, and then we're adding 2 bay leaves, half of a teaspoon of whole pepper, half of a teaspoon of ground cumin, and then we're gonna add 1 piece of onion for flavor, and then 2 garlic cloves. Garlic, and now 2 garlic cloves are going in there. So that's, oops, I got a little bit of the skin. Okay, so now we're gonna put another 2 cups of water, 2.5 cups, I think. Yeah, so it's a total of 5 cups. So here we're done blending our chili. So now we're gonna strain it on top of our chicken. And the reason I strain it is because I don't like none of the skin of the chili pots to go into my chicken, because it sometimes get a little bitter, and I don't like that bitter flavor for my chicken. So I always strain. Every time I make red chili sauce, I strain it. So we have enough sauce to go around for all this chicken, and we're doing 10 pounds of chicken, and we have 5 cups of sauce. So that's gonna be enough. For this, once you start handling the chicken with the red sauce, I suggest you use gloves, because you could paint your skin red with the chili sauce. So to make the packets of foil paper with chicken to cook to the steamer, I always wear gloves, because you're gonna end up getting the chili sauce on your hand. And then we're gonna have to move this chicken around to make sure it gets everything. So it looks like it's everywhere. So now we're just gonna finish throwing the rest of the chicken. So here we have everything ready to start making our chicken and red sauce with vegetables steamed foil packets. And the first thing I'm gonna do, because as soon as I start making them, I'm gonna start putting them in the pot. I'm gonna put water on the bottom of the pot. So I'm gonna fill it up to the point where the divider's at. So we could just, as soon as they're done, we could just put them to cook. So here we go. We're gonna start to make our assembly of our chicken packets with foil paper. So what I do, try to get from the bottom the chicken because it's more marinated than the one in the top. So I put one piece of chicken drumstick and one thigh, and you put sauce on it, and then you add your vegetables, which is the cactus, and then you put 2 pieces of potato, and then 2 strands of cilantro, and 2 pieces of onion. And that gives it such good flavor. So when it's cooking, it's gonna just release all its flavors, and it's gonna be delicious. So what I do to close the packet, I kind of like put into 3 pieces the section here, and then squeeze it. So that way the juice won't come out. And then you kind of like close it like if you were like kind of making like a little purse. And then you seal it so the steam won't come out. And there you go. That's your first steam your chicken packet of foil with vegetables. And we're gonna put it in the steamer. And then we'll do the next one. So let me see, make sure you can see. So here we go, we're gonna do another one. So I'm trying to get from the bottom. What you could do too, you could let this chicken with the red sauce marinate overnight, and it'll taste so much better. But you could do it like this, it's no problem. So 2 pieces of potato, 2 strands of cilantro, 2 little pieces of onion, and a little bit of cactus. And there we go. Our vegetables are ready. So now we close it from the top from here, and we close it from here. And we're gonna make it like a little purse, and then we close it so the steam will stay in there, and then we fold it. And don't get scared if you make a hole on one of them. You could just add another piece of foil paper, or you could just start over again. You could always just cut an extra piece of foil paper. So that already we made 2. Now we're gonna do our 3rd one. So we're only gonna make 15 packets of chicken in foil paper with vegetables. So that's how much I'm making, because I'm making 2 packs of drumsticks, and 1 pack of drumsticks and 1 pack of chicken thighs. So it's exactly 15 pieces. So here we go. So we make sure that we fold the middle into 3 pieces. Make like a little seal, and then we could fold it forward. That way it won't come out. And make sure all the steam stays inside. And then we put it in the pot so we could steam it. And we're gonna keep on going. So here we have all our foils, and they're full of chicken with sauce and vegetables. And now we're gonna cover them with foil paper, and we're gonna cook them. We're gonna put them to cook. So I'm gonna cover the top of a pot with foil paper. So we're gonna try to keep all the steam inside, because we're cooking them with steam. There's water on the bottom of the pot because this is a steamer. So water-wise, I think I put 10 cups of water on the bottom of the pot, and it has a divider, so the foil is not in the water. There's a divider. So there it is. Now we're gonna cover them with the foil and put the lid. And I'm gonna turn it on. So I'm gonna put it on medium, like on number 5, from 1 to 10, number 5, so medium heat. And we're gonna let them cook for an hour and 30 minutes. And then we're gonna check one. So here we go, we already let them cook for an hour and a half. So now we're gonna check on them. So I'm gonna take one out and see if it's fully cooked. And if it's fully cooked, we're gonna turn them off. So here it is. Chicken steam, cooked by steam, and it's in red sauce with vegetables. Look how delicious. Look how delicious it is.
Thank you for coming to my channel.